مشاهدينا الكرام، أهلا وسهلا فيكم في حلقة جديدة من حلقاتنا الأسبوعية لرواد الأعمال. وكما عودناكم في كل حلقة بأن نستضيف رجلا مميزا، ومن زاوية رجال الأعمال الأكثر تميزا رحبوا معي بالسبيشال بزنس مان مستر جوناثان, owner of Macom International Group. Jonathan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Mr. Jonathan, I would like to meet you and let the viewers as well know about your professional career and when did you start your own business?
Yes, my name is Jonathan Olusegun and I'm from Nigeria. I started this business in the year 2016 in UAE.
Mr. Jonathan, I would like to know what are the services that you have in Macom International Group?
Yeah, Macom International Group Fertility Management is a fertility management company, and we majorly deal in fertility management. Fertility management comprises of is a multidiscipline company where you have the safety, the comfort, and the functionality of a fertility built environment. Now, in fertility management, we basically deal with security, housekeeping, and the maintenance of the whole facilities, where you have the escalator maintenance, you have the lift maintenance, the plumbing maintenance, the AC maintenance, the housekeeping of the whole entire facilities.
So you have three services, main services, which is the maintenance and the security and the
Cleaning. Correct.
Mr. Jonathan, during almost 6 years, you have worked with a lot of clients.
Yes.
How did you make yourself special?
Yeah, I first make myself special, one, by service delivery, effective service delivery, because I do a lot of things almost by myself. I was the driver, I was the PRO, I was the accountant, virtually doing a lot of things. So this really encouraged my client in the beginning. You know, in UAE, when people see you that you are very hardworking, they respect you so much. I do the driver myself, I do the PRO, at the same time I'm the accountant. I'm the everything, virtually everything then. But glory be to God, now we have employed a lot of people in the company. And by the grace of God, now we are moving forward.
That's really great beginning, and how you make yourself special and you grow more and more,
Exactly.
of course.
Thank you.
Mr. Jonathan, as a businessman, what is your plan after 3 years from now?
Yes, see, when a country that grow, I mean UAE grow at the faster rate. And if you cannot grow with UAE, meaning something is wrong with you.
Right.
Because in last month, for instance, just let me say 15 days ago, when you follow an area in UAE, some area in UAE, after 15 days you go there again, you see different things. Meaning UAE is growing at a faster rate. Now, as a businessman in UAE, I'm seeing myself, I don't even count 3 years. 3 years is too long. I go by the rate UAE is growing, especially Dubai. By the rate UAE is growing, they grow virtually every day. This is an economy that runs for 24 hours. Every second the economy is running. So when you're a businessman in UAE, you have to think along how UAE is thinking. And their thinking is global. It's not just local.
Right.
Yeah. Their thinking is global. So by the grace of God, I'm looking at 2022, not even 3 years to come. I'm looking at 2022, just a few days to come. And by the grace of God, our plan is to begin to, establish ourselves in the global field, in the same field. I've talked to some businessmen and colleagues in the UK and Canada, and they are planning to invest in the company coming 2022. So we're not looking at 3 years coming yet. We're still looking at 2022, by the grace of God.
And from ABC Arabia TV, we wish all the best for you.
Amen.
And to grow more and more.
Amen.
Mr. Jonathan, you have mentioned that UAE is growing day by day. And also, as you know, that we are living in the best country, which has security and safety and happiness. We need to hear a message from you to the leadership here in United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, in fact, like just about a week ago, I was discussing with one of my Egyptian friend, and he told me, Jonathan, I can stay in this country forever, for one reason. And what was the reason? Security. Now, by the grace of God, I happen to be the security manager of my security department. I've done the course. I did the security manager course in UAE. I'm also a fertility manager, also in UAE. The course was done in UAE. Now, I know little about the private security in UAE because I'm a security manager of the company. Now, basically, a lot of us are here because we feel as if we are living in heaven, where God is always with us. That because we are very safe. Now, what are the secrets of the safety? And that is what a lot of people are looking at in the global, looking UAE in a global perspective. Now, UAE have maintained a long-term stability of safety. You can take 1 million dirhams in your bag, you are very safe. You can walk in 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you are very safe. This is what UAE is all about. The safety of life, the safety of property. And they have been consistent. See, in life, when you are consistent with something, there's no way you're going to be recognized globally. UAE is recognized globally today by the grace of God, because of security. And because I'm in the field, I understand. What are the safest countries in the world now? The first 3 safest countries in the world. We have the Finland. After Finland, is one other country. I think the third one is UAE. You can go, it's on the go, you can check it. So UAE is globally recognized as one of the safest country in the world. And that is why a lot of us are here. We feel very safe, we feel comfortable. Now, to the leadership of UAE, I want to mention, I'm ready to mention this name, the Al Maktoum of Dubai, the Rashid Al Maktoum of Dubai. Is someone that I look at, I call him another name. I have a name for him. I call him wisdom. Yeah. Now, God has endowed this man with wisdom. And he applied the wisdom. You know, this is the Solomon of our time. A lot of people doesn't know Al Maktoum very well. I wish to meet him one day. Because Al Maktoum, I call him Solomon of our time. These are people that God has endowed with wisdom, and they translate the wisdom into practical, not just spirit. There are wisdom in spirit, there are wisdom in practical. Al Maktoum have translated wisdom in spirit, and that's what I'm looking into. He's my mentor. I love him so much. I love, in fact, he makes me to love UAE more, sincerely. And by the grace of God, the same thing I'm saying here in Dubai, the same thing we're translating globally. We don't even need to talk. See, let me tell you something, sir. I have friends in Canada. When you tell your friends in Canada you are living in UAE, they look at you as you are too much big, because they know UAE is everybody want to come. The latest technology is in UAE. The tourists, you can see every tourist attraction is in UAE. So that's what you are looking for all over the world that you cannot see in UAE. And one of the beautiful things I think about UAE is that there's no country you come from all over the world, you will come and begin to look like this. Because a lot of things will surprise you. How this happened? Even if you come from Canada, if you come from UK, if you come to UAE from Australia, you will be amazed of a lot of things. You will become like a fool, despite the fact you are from Canada. So that's what UAE are able to create. That's what the leaders are able to create. But there are some other things we're expecting them to do more. Yeah, they've started giving the golden visa, the 10 years permanent visa. We're still expecting them to do more. See, there are other 2 things they just did recently. And that has been a song people are singing all over the world now. Last 2 years ago, the prime minister of the foreign prime minister of Dubai, of UAE, they signed what we call an Abraham Accord with Israel. Now, this is one of the global recognitions. This thing they have done is a great and one of the greatest achievements in the world. Because when you are creating peace, when you have peace in your home, you translate peace into the outside world. That Abraham Accord they signed recently in America with Israel is one of the perfect things. Number 2, just a few days ago, you can see, because they want to be recognized by the world, they want to see, you are not seeing themselves here locally, they are seeing themselves outside there. And outside there, you must interpret what you are inside. Now, just from next week, we'll be having our weekend on Sundays. We'll be having everything will be as global. This is what UAE is all about. UAE doesn't look at, okay, you are this, you are that, you are a religion of this. No, they're after being recognized globally. And this is what is happening, locally and internationally.
Thank you very much for your great message, and really appreciate it. Mr. Jonathan, before I end the program, I would like to know where we are allocated in Dubai.
Yeah, our address is located as Ascon House, Salahuddin Road. We're very close to opposite Asana Hotel, and we're very close to Morakabat Police Station.
Thank you for accepting us here in your special business, and we wish all the best for you.
You are most welcome, sir.
مشاهدينا الكرام، وإلى هنا تنتهي حلقتنا لهذا الأسبوع. تابعونا كل جمعة وسبت على قناتكم ABC العربية. دمتم بخير وفي أمان الله.